All right, man. Wanted to hop on here and kind of deep dive into purchasing lots on eBay and how I personally will try to negotiate lots that are just getting started. So I'm talking about a lot that was just listed at 99-cent bid plus like $5 shipping, and they have best offer attached to the lot. That is the situation I am going to be referring to today. Now, if you have lots on eBay where this kind of situation occurs, where you have a single card that will pay for a majority of a lot right away, those are auctions you want to buy quickly, because the longer you take, the easier it is for somebody to come along, notice the one card, and comp it, and then make a decision based on whatever market data is available, who might potentially snatch that deal up from you. So I purchased this lot after tax, after shipping, under $60. It was like 58 bucks for this entire lot. And there is one card in here that, based on what I have sold over the last few years and based on what I know, my card knowledge, I think one card will come close or pay off the entire lot. So I'm going to show you every single picture. You can pause, you can zoom, and maybe I can zoom a little bit. I can. I will zoom in here for you and let you take a look at every single card, and you can make the decision if you think there's any card in here that will completely pay off this lot purchase at $58, or if there's anything that would come close. So when I say come close, maybe I'd clear 40 bucks. So over 50% of what I paid. So anything really over $30, I would consider definitely something you want to just snap by. So I'll run you through everything here, and obviously I will tell you, we're going to do a full lot breakdown here, what I see and where I think there's going to be some easy money, really. This lot was kind of a no-brainer, and I know this pick is upside down. Stuff like that, it works to your advantage. All you have to do is hop on your iPhone, put the rotation lock on, flip the phone upside down. You can look at this perfectly. But there's that one. And the final picture here. And I will break down everything that I see that is going to make us money quick, stuff that is going to be not so great, and we'll go from there. So I gave you a nice little opportunity to take a look at the entire lot. Like I said, this lot costs $58, and we're just going to skip right to it. I'm not going to make you wait any longer. It says Chris Bryant right here. There's actually a comp for this exact card back in, I think it was 2017. This is a number to 5 2016, or excuse me, 2016 National Treasures patch, 3-color patch, number to 5 of Chris Bryant. This is a card that there's 3 comps on it, and I'll show you that now. So here's your 3 comps. And when you see this, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, dude, that's not even a $30 card. You just got scammed. You're nowhere close in your evaluation. The thing is, this card has not sold publicly for 6 years. This card is most likely a game-worn patch, because that's just what Panini did back then. Most likely a game-worn patch, since it's a second-year Chris Bryant, not rookie. If it was rookie, it would probably just be player-worn. But this is most likely a first-year game-used patch out of NT. Now, I can't fit all of that into a title and use good keywords, but at the same time, it depends on how big of a fan they are and how much that might matter to them. The next big thing is it's actually Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant's market has fallen off pretty crazy the last few years, but at the same time, he still has a really solid market. It's really good. So the exact card is right here, the 4 of 5 that sold for $22.50. Then we had a comp in 2020 for $34. When the product probably first came out, or soon after release, it sold for $61. Obviously, probably a different one, but we can confirm that this is the same card that we are referring to. This is the 1 of 5, which would have a little bit more of a premium, being the first off the print. But, like I said, this card hasn't sold in 6 years. I'm going to be completely honest. I think this is a card that I can list at $79.99, and I will get a $60 offer for it, or a $50 offer for it. Now, if I get a $50 offer, I have to pay 5, maybe even a little more in shipping. So that's going to bring us down to 45. And then I'm going to have probably another $7 come off of that. So that's going to be like $37 or $38 that I'm, expecting on the low end out of this card. And if this is a card I have to sit on, which it's just one I won't have to sit on that long. Chris Bryant, like I said, I have sold Chris Bryant stuff for stupid prices over the last few years even. I had a silver prism of Chris Bryant out of like a random prism product that sold for $18 like 6 months ago. And it's a card that I literally on ComC, I went to ComC and there was like 40 of them available for like $2. Chris Bryant just has a really weird, odd market because of how popular he was in his rookie year and the year after. He was just that guy. So this is the card I think will make or break this lot, but there is still some hidden value in the lot. So let's get back to breaking this down. Even if I only get $30 for this and I clear 20, I'm still into everything at $40 and I still feel okay about that. But this was an auction that was 99-cent bid, $5 shipping, and I sent the guy an offer of $45. That was my offer, and he countered at 50. He only asked for an extra $5. And I was like, you know what? Let's take a chance on this Chris Bryant card. So let's break down the rest of the lot, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts on it. This Wade Miley, if this is a gold, it looks like an orange. But if it's a gold, I see the number 7 written on it, so maybe $7. If that's a gold, I can easily get $5 out of that card, but I'm assuming it's an orange, probably numbered to like 175 or 125, something like that. But out of select, I don't remember out of that 22 select if there's an orange or not. That was something I actually opened cases of, and I just don't remember. And it could be a gold based on the lighting, but I doubt it. So, if this is a gold, $5, $10 maybe. If it's an orange, I don't even really put it into the value. Yanquel, I have no idea with some of these off the wall cards. Sometimes they're worth money, sometimes they're not. I think it's from Onyx, but I can't tell if that's like some sort of weird insert set from like a Topps Heritage minor leagues or something. But I think it's from Onyx, and I doubt it's worth anything. I didn't comp it. Leonard Miller to 50 out of Finest unlicensed auto, probably $3 to $4. Same with the Trask, probably $2 to $3. Numbered Trask rookie. Then moving on, I don't know who the USA player is. Embiid might sell for $1. Same with the Alvarez, might be $1. I think that's Dak. I'm honestly not sure. If it is number 100 out of 175, could get like $2-3 out of that Dak. I'm just not sure. Tyson Bagnet, I don't know if he's still, where he's playing or if he has a job even. But that could be a play, $2-3 play. Craftsman Mem, I don't know if this is an old elite or if this is a new elite. So if it's a newer elite within like the last 3 years, it's going to be numbered. But I feel like I've seen these Craftsman patches before, and I think this is an older elite, and I think this is going to be game worn. Carson Wentz, hit or miss, but he does have a ring. So it's one of those things where that could have a little bit of value, especially if it's game worn and especially if it's the right year. I don't know what year that might be, but let's just say in a world where it's the year he won, that could be something decent. As for the auto, I don't know. As for the Corey Davis, I don't know. Probably, honestly pretty worthless, but is what it is. So this is where your eyes are going to start to hurt, but we're going to do our best. Alonzo Chrome, it's going to be $1 at least. Laporta's probably $1. I can't. That's not JD. Who is that? It's probably like Sam Howell or something. Not really interested in that. Mahomes, red and blue. That's an easy $5-10 card. Even if there's comps at $2 to $3, that's something you can list. And Mahomes, he's just a liquid player. Even though he had a horrendous year, that's a card where I can definitely get a $5 or $10 bill out of it. Jahmyr Gibbs, probably $1 as well. T-Law rookie, probably get $1 out of that. Elijah Green, pretty worthless. Marvin Harrison, no. Prism Shohei, I don't know if that's going to be crazy. I'm actually just going to look it up here on my phone. We're going to check out this Prism Stargazing Shohei Ohtani. I did see a couple of Shoheis in here. Shohei is just liquid as shit. Like, dude, any card, even base cards, $2, $3. So Stargazing, Prism, Otani. Let's see, $5. That is from 2019. That is a $5 card right there. And then we have the All-Star Game 2019 Shohei Rookie Cup. Let's look that up. Shohei Otani. I saw these Otanis, and that was another reason I was just like, all right, I'll chance it. Because even if I get $30, there's like 3 Otanis in here. It's like, dude, that's another 10. If I get 40 back in 3 cards, like I'm feeling good about that. Shohei Otani 2019 All-Star Game. Should I put stamp in there? Probably. All-Star Game stamp factory set. Last comp $15. Okay. Didn't know that. Yeah, we'll take 10 and $15. Yeah, okay. Um Old Yachty, Kyle Tucker All-Star Game rookie. Probably $3-4, especially since he's on the Dodgers now. Bryce Young, probably $1. People still speculating. I don't think that O'Neal's a short print or anything. Hoskins, nothing. And then I thought there was one more Otani, but maybe I'm wrong. But right there is $15 to $20 in Otani. 2 cards. All right, so this one's really gonna cause some headaches. I'm looking at it upside down too. Penix is $1. Ryan Zimmerman's probably $1. I don't think the Jahmyr Gibbs you can get $1. Bijan you can probably get $1 for, and that's clear after fees and shipping and stuff. Maybe on Laporta. I think that's a J. There's a couple JSNs right here. That's probably $3 a piece right now, depending on when I get this lot in. Can't tell if that's like a parallel of Camara. Like, why is that sleeved like that? That's kind of weird. Barkley Rock Out might be $1. Joe Burrow Silver My House, definitely get $2 for that. Bo Nix on the Score a Treat, maybe $1. Guerrero Jr., I didn't even see that in there. That's probably a couple dollars, $1 or $2. I mean, he literally was in the World Series. He didn't win, but still. And then the final page here, start at the bottom, work our way up. We have, assuming none of these cards are the same, never know. Javi Baez is probably $3. Can't go wrong there. And then we have Acuna, Rookie Cup on the All-Star Game as well. Probably $2. Another Ryan Zimmerman. And then we have some green velocities here. Brian Brees might be $1. I think Hainer doesn't have a job anymore. Hanley Ramirez could be $1. You have a Michael Wilson Silver on the rated rookie from Optic. That is going to be a sneaky one. I'm going to assume $5. He had a really great season. I mean, he had a really great season, all things considered. And then we have the Jalen Carter Gold Ice Fearless. It could be $1 or $2. DeVito, I don't know if he's got a job, but could be $1. Garoppolo, most likely numbered. J-Dom, not going to be worth anything. Mac could be $1. We'll see. Charbonnet just got himself a Super Bowl, so it could be $1. Lamar, probably $1. Ellie, I don't think that's a short print of any kind, so probably still $1. And then we have another JSN Hidden Potential, probably $3. Amon-Ra Emergent Green Ice, at least $3. Optic Retro Series Sanders, probably $1. I think that's Jaylen Brown rookie. I don't know if that's worth anything. Is that Halliburton? I can't tell. It looks like Halliburton. And then you have another Michael Wilson Green Velocity Optic. Once again, another like $5. You know, all things considered, this is a pretty loaded lot. Now, let's play devil's advocate. Would I purchase this lot without the Chris Bryant for almost $60? I probably wouldn't. There's value in here for sure, and you could definitely get your 60 back. I just don't know how much you would make on it. With the Chris Bryant, I'm genuinely assuming I will double up on this. Like, I think I can make $50 profit off of this lot, which is not something to be laughed at. And I'll just be selling the liquid stuff. Like, a lot of these cards, they'll either just go in another lot or they'll go to Burbank. I'll sell them to Burbank for 5 cents a card. Like, I'll be honest with you. This Terrell Davis Optic Hollow, like, that's getting bulked out. Like, I'm never going to touch that. And like, same with the Vic. You know, it is something I probably could sell, but these are largely cards, like especially these green velos. I'd probably honestly just put them in another lot. I'd just make another lot, start at 99 cents, throw $5 shipping on it myself, and you know, expect to make $5 from, you know, 10 green velocities or something. Nothing insane, to be honest with you. So that is my assessment of this. There's also 3 one touches in there, so that's, you know, $1.50 to $3, however you want to look at it. I don't think there was any other one touches. I think everything else was just top loaded and stuff. But yeah, that's my breakdown of this. Um, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Would you have purchased this lot? The main thing I want you to take away from this video is if you ever have a lot where there's one card that pays for over 50% of the lot, it is something that is advantageous in your favor. So, you know, I think this Chris Bryant is that. I think this Chris Bryant will actually almost completely pay off the lot with about $40 clear. But to the right buyer, if I list that card at $80 and that's the one they've been looking for, if they don't have it, it's to 5. You know, they might click it for 80. Genuinely, I doubt it. I think like a $60 or $50 offer is really what I'm expecting. But all things considered, you never know. So that's been the little breakdown and the little lesson today. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like. We talk about my eBay purchases, other sports card, market news, everything, TCG, CCG, everything here. So would love for you to be a part of that. And if you could do me a huge favor, consider dropping a like on the video. I'll talk to you again soon.